Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. It's the Philadelphia 76ers and the defending NBA champions, the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. Maybe one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. And Clark, the league in general increasing the pace of play. Tonight's teams exemplify that approach.
I really think the game was meant to be played at a high pace, Kevin. We've had periods where it's been a little bit more bump and grind, defensive oriented, but I like the trend that the game of scoring and a lot of entertainment value. I love it. I love the way the game is played now.
I couldn't agree more. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Embiid. Simmons is out there with Malcolm Brogdon. And there's Jimmy Butler. Here's Rice. That one doesn't drop. And it's Philadelphia the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, Greg, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too. Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
Teague, the pass to Rice. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Rice has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Simmons against Teague. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. And stolen by AI.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Embiid. With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with. Yeah,
they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
He hits the second from the line. Simmons on the wing. Teague covering. Fades and shoots. And good that time.
That, to me, is good use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
Rice kicks to Towns. Embiid with the steal. Knocked away and stolen by AI.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Here's Brogdon, feeds it to Simmons. He kicks it to Embiid, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Here's Rice. Here's Towns. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
To the paint. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now, here's Brogdon. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Rice, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Covington, how he performed last season. He put up about 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And that one falls for Rice. Both shots good from the stripe. Clark, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career. Just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition each year, and that's one of the challenges with a team that's struggling to be competitive.
Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Number 1, Karl Anthony Towns.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Simmons with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Clock at 6. Puts it up from 17. Off the left rim and out. Minnesota leading by 3. Here's Rice, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Rice has got 13.
Kevin, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. His defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
From deep three-point range, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
This is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
To the inside. Back to Brogdon. Fires the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
All going up court. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Rice. Towns has got his first points of the night. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
Out a way to slow his roll.
Butler fades away and sinks the tough shot.
You know, I think Butler had a pretty good mid-range game coming in. You know, he was drafted 30th back in 2011.
AI outside, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
The 76ers trail by 12. Now Now here's Brogdon. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. It's up a 3. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. In a blazing start to the new season, we look at the updated power ranking. Some teams are hot and some teams aren't. Look at Philadelphia. They're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
And when I look at the Timberwolves, they know what they're capable of. They have the talent to be a much better team than they've shown, but the execution has got to improve.
Now Butler, after the missed 3 from Rice. Butler finds Embiid, and it's Rice with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
To the paint, here's Towns. Good D by Embiid.
Boy, incredible effort on defense, refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
And the rejection by Towns. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Here's Rice, tipped away. Stolen by Brogdon. Butler attacking the basket, good off the assist from Simmons.
And, you know, the defense can do nothing about that. Butler with the strength, the vertical, also highly skilled. That's just hard to handle.
Ben Simmons, such a force when catching the ball, moving at the rim. But you know, Clark, he can get there on his own just as well.
Yeah, he's got a great knack for being able to get where he wants to with the ball. His size and strength and agility certainly help him. And he understands angle. This guy is just a jump shot away from being virtually unguardable, in my opinion.
Now, here's Ai. He's guarded by Brogdon. Here's Rice. A shot off that time, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Really an intimidating style of defense. I mean, they challenged everything at the rim.
It was well worth it. I mean, they earned that win with their defense.
Clark, there's so many versatile players in the NBA right now, and of course it aids in switching with guys having to guard multiple positions.
No doubt about it, partner, and you think about some of the highest quality defenders that are versatile. I mean, Draymond Green comes to the top of the list because he plays 1 through 5 many times. We didn't get to see a healthy Kawhi Leonard, but he's capable in that regard too. Paul George,
sure,
former Pacer, current Oklahoma City Thunder, is an excellent and versatile defender as well.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top in the game.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Rice after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. So both teams making some changes here. It's stolen by Sharks. Taking a look at the 76ers. Embiid is out there with LeVert. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then it's Simmons.
Well, nobody can deny that Teague has a great sense of how to set teammates up for scores. That's one of his greatest strengths, his passing.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Warriors was a man on a mission. He ended up with 50 points, and the basket must have looked huge to him. He made 3 after 3 to pile up the points. He flat out dominated. The other team threw waves of defenders at him, but nobody could slow him down. He'll be looking to carry that effort into tonight's game. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Now here's Simmons after the miss from Rice. Simmons on the wing. Teague covering. It's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged about 19 points a game last year, 11 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Rice banked in off the glass. Rice has got 27 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Embiid. Here's Simmons. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Oh, I tell you, how about the passion of Simmons? I mean, just sticking with it on the glass.
Towns, the pass to Rice. Simmons against Teague. AI left side. Ring shot on the way. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Yes, that goes in. Brogdon's got his second basket of the night.
And, you know, although he's got a little bit of a hesitation hitch in his shot, Brogdon is a legitimate shooter.
Timberwolves passing it around to the inside. Embiid with the steal. Here's Laverne. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
Rice kicks to Teague. A 3-ball. And that's good for 3 points. A shot from Rice. Rice has got 30 points.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column. Cannot give them that much room for mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin Portland at the time, Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee, Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer. And was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
And the 76ers call time here. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Now here's Simmons. He has 6. Over Teague. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 8 points.
Well, you've got to like the sight of Simmons knocking down the jump shot. Unless you're the other team, of course. Then you know you're in trouble when he's making jumpers.
AI with it. He's guarded by Brogdon. Here's Rice. Buries it down low. Rice has got 11 points in the quarter.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots.
Here's Simmons. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. At one point, they led by 16. Shots good by Rice.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Doubled by Rice. Here's Brogdon. Rebound, Minnesota.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Inside, Embiid. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 3rd assist on the night. AI outside. Shot from 12. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. From beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of. If you don't want your pocket picked, here are last season's steals. You look at AI, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
There were so many nights when he controlled him ranked at the top.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
The 3rd turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
Here's Simmons, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable, the talent this man has, and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And last season, 77.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it and come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave them in that first half. The 3-ball just kept falling.
Yeah, and you know what? As far as I'm concerned, keep feeding him. Got to ride the hot hand.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the 3rd. On the court for Minnesota, Charge is out there with Towns. Then there's Teague. Then it's AI. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. Back to AI. Knocked loose. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Butler. To the middle. The hook. He clangs that one off the back iron. And down it falls. And it's 13 points, 12.
And Jimmy Butler, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Shooting for Minnesota, Rice. Taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
The 76ers trail by 14. Right side, Simmons. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. The shot from the low post is good. Simmons got 15 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Rice. The 17-footer goes down. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
you got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around.
Buries it from three-point range.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Inside. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record.
To the paint. Here's the Sixers will retain possession here. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Embiid finds Brogdon, and he trims the lead to single digits. Brogdon's got 8.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And the Timberwolves call time. And there's so much speculation early in Embiid's career if he would even pan out. It's become clear, Clark, that he was worth the wait.
Well, it was all injury related in terms of the questions because he sat out his first 2 years in the league with some type of injury. Those injury concerns, really the only reason that people question him. The talent, the size, and you love his personality as well. But this guy has tremendous skills, and he's going to be an all-star for years to come if he's healthy.
Shots good by Rice.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. They trail by 11. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Rice dishes to Covington. Timberwolves passing it around. AI outside. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Brogdon. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon is not the biggest guy, but that does not stop him from being aggressive and assertive inside.
And he dunks it down.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Over Teague. No good from Simmons. Timberwolves leading by 10.
Gotta give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
And it's blocked. They get it back. It's Brogdon on the wing. Releases from the wing and drills it. Brogdon's got 14.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
AI outside. Kept alive, Minnesota. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Muscala, he's checked in for Saric. And Moore subbed in for Robert Covington. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Burns checked in. Towns kicks to T. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And he slams it one-handed.
Very good at exploiting the defense. Brogdon is excellent at finishing off these drives.
Rice passes to T. AI left side. That's short off the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the inside. He's looking for Muscala and finds him. Up and in on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And Simmons kicks to Brogdon. Pass to LeBron. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Rice. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Ben Simmons. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Minnesota.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Chance to check out AI here. Coming off a terrific season. First in scoring, first in steals, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him number 1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. Here's Simmons. We'll take it the other way. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Timberwolves.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that back court.
And that one falls for Rice.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
That one misses. The 76ers trail by 11. Outside, Simmons. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 8 now on the night. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Just 5 on the clock. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Brogdon.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns comes in for Muscala, and Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Moore. And then for Philadelphia, Valanciunas is checked in for Joel Embiid to Malcolm Brogdon.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Rice. A beautiful reverse layup. Rice has got 59 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Hill finds Zeller. It's back to Hill. Simmons against Jones. Outside, Simmons. Releases from 15. Again, Philadelphia.
I like the variety pack offense that Simmons gives you. A little bit of everything. I mean, and that's huge for his team. When you're guarding him, it's almost pick your poison.
A nice shot by Zeller.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. Here's Rice. Connects again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Butler. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Buries the long-range jumper.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Ice. That shot off, so Philadelphia will take it the other way.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
The pass to Jones. Back to AI. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The 76ers trail by 12. And Simmons kicks to Butler. Over Wiggins. Butler, no good.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Here's Rice. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 5th rebound in this one. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know. Greg goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
And, you know, you can see and even feel the drive and passion Butler plays with. He's an effective two-way player who just loves to compete.
Rice, no good. The 76ers trail by 10. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Butler kicks to Simmons. Down low. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Simmons. Hill's got his 2nd basket.
I think that's a testament to Hill's attitude. I mean, he does not hesitate at all when he has the ball right next to the hoop.
Now AI. Non-stop scoring machine here. Launches a 3. And another one falls. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, they've got Simmons, Jonas Butler, Ice. Oh, good on the triple.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A-plus defense.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And he can't bank that one in. The feed to Simmons to the inside. Butler. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in.
Utilizing that weight room muscle there. Butler, very difficult to box out.
Timberwolves leading by 7. AI right side. Another miss by Minnesota.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
Bolden. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Rice dishes to Towns. Here's Wanamaker. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
No good from Simmons. Here's Rice. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Butler. To the middle, Bolden, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, you don't want to leave guys unattended, not around a guy like Butler, who's pretty good at finding the open guy.
Passes it to Wanamaker. Fires for 3. Rice, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And Valanciunas kicks to Zeller. Goes back up. Rebound, Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16. Rice, no good.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Minnesota calls timeout. Checked in for Minnesota. Then for the 76ers, Embiid comes in for Valanciunas, and Brogdon subbed in for Zeller. Here's Rice, stolen by Brogdon. Now the 76ers on the break, and Simmons slams it in.
You know, Brogdon's length and instincts a problem for some guys when he's on defense. He's quite shrewd at coming up with steals.
Here's Rice. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Here's Simmons. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Just have to be more careful with Simmons. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant at keeping the defense off balance.
First free throw is good. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Teague's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Leading by 5. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, he hasn't had much luck getting shots to fall here. Just 2 of 7 down the stretch.
Robert Covington's checked in for Andrew Wiggins.
Šarić, the Croatian forward, came into the NBA fairly polished, has still improved his game year to year, which is a credit to him and his work ethic. There still are areas that he can work on, but make no mistake about it, this guy has shown from day one that he's an impact player.
Here's Simmons. Basket counts. Simmons got 28.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
Teague, the pass to Towns. And that comes off the assist by 7th assist of the game with that last one. The 76ers trail by 9. With Šarić and how he plays, Clark, he's developing his non-scoring skills as well.
Yeah, he's talk about bringing it. Simmons loves jamming it through, relentless in his attacking of the cup.
Rice dishes to Towns. Back to AI. Kicks to Covington. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them. Hey, you know, Kevin, that's what you want to see. Strong passing inside leading to the hoop.
Down low. Back to AI. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And that one falls for Rice.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
And so he hits both. And here is Teague. Trying to find Covington, gets it to him, and the shot goes in. And now a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
And I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
Teague against Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Butler, and as
he flipped a switch at halftime, much more effective here in the second half.
AI left side, Šarić outside. Pass to Teague. Timberwolves passing it around. Rice kicks to Šarić. And he gets the bucket.
Šarić plays with such intensity and focus. I mean, even with the defense right there, he stays locked in on the hoop.
Here's Brogdon. At the elbow, it's Simmons. Back to Brogdon, and he jams it with authority.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
And it's Towns missing.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
To the middle, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Boy, I like the edge that Embiid plays with. Great at recognizing when he's clear to throw it down on you.
Here's Rice. Some solid defense from Butler.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. AI in the post. He's guarded by Brogdon. Out to Saric. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Butler. Here's Embiid. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 8. And again. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Over Teague. Another miss by Philadelphia. Minnesota's gone 3-5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And another one. And here it is. 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
The 76ers trail by 12. Bolden fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
And that one misses.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
The kick outside to Butler. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Three-pointer. They get it back. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility club. The versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
Free throw good from Brogdon.
And, you know, the 2016-17 Rookie of the Year continues to impress. Brogdon is a valuable role player who does a lot of things well. You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
Minnesota calls timeout. Chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Timberwolves leading by 8. AI outside. Right through the knee for the layup. Rice has got 13 points now in the quarter.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. for the three. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Here's Embiid. Hits the front of the rim and out. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. AI outside. Teague the pass to Rice. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The 76ers trail by 10. Pass to Embiid. And the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
Simmons with it. Picked up by Teague. And it's rebounded by Covington. Timberwolves leading by 10. Rice kicks to Teague. Back to AI. Towns at the elbow. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
We know he can score from outside, too.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Covington in the corner. Teague the pass to Rice. It's over Brogdon. The kick out to Towns. Clock at 4, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. A 12-point game. Here's Embiid. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. At one point, they led by 16.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Minnesota.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to get a win in that first battle. They'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Sixers.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
And the pass to Wanamaker. Towns against Valanciunas, and they pick up 2. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
32 seconds left in the game. Teague deciding where to go with it. To the inside, Towns, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Simmons absolutely in his comfort zone near the rim. I mean, uses his body extremely well and typically gets exactly the kind of shot he wants.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.